Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today via tape delay from the home of the Laurel Highlands High School boys soccer team here at Mustang Field. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs take on the Trinity Hillers. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupain. We welcome you aboard for tonight's boys soccer game. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, J.R. Wheeler, and Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupain. We'll be back with the lineups for both teams after these messages.
Chesler's Furniture of Uniontown is proud to be a sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth athletics. In business since 1950 and owned and operated since 1974 by Theodore and Rich Lacey, Chesler's has long served the immediate area, offering a wide variety of living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, and other occasionals. Honored by the National Home Furnishings Association for excellence, we have also been honored by Virginia House for outstanding sales the past 5 years. We offer brand names such as Lazy Boy, Schweiger, Hickory Hill, Serta, Lane, and we take great pride in our service to our many valued customers. We are open Monday and Friday from 9 to 9, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 9 to 6, and we are located at 601 Pittsburgh Street, 2 miles north of Uniontown on Route 51, next to the Fayette Plaza. For more information, please call us at 438-0661 or stop in and see Ted, Scott, Rich, Paul, or Sue.
Back here at Mustang Field, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 5-6-2 overall, 4-4 in Section 6 AA play, ready to host the Trinity Hillers. The Hillers 6-1-1 overall and 4-1-1 in the conference. A big matchup for Laurel Highlands here today as the Mustangs try to keep their playoff hopes alive. I'm now going to turn it over to our public address announcer, Barry Rosner, for tonight's starting lineups.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the campus of Laurel Highlands Senior High School and Mustang Field, where tonight it's Section Boys 6 AA soccer action as the Mustangs of Laurel Highlands are hosting the Hillers from Trinity. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask if you would now to direct your attention down to the 50-yard line as we meet tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for our visitors, the Trinity Hillers, under the coaching of Ryan Gillian and Scott Armstrong and Matt Dunst, they come to tonight's contest with an overall record of 6-1-1. Here is their starting lineup. A senior, number 20, Austin Armstrong. A senior, number 2, Tyler Stiper. A senior, number 10, Jimmy Beecham. A senior, number 8, Peter Reinhardt. A senior, number 6, Noah Lazik. A senior, number 27, Nathan McMurray. A senior, number 38, Nick McCarroll. A senior, number 13, Corey McMurdy. A sophomore, number 11, Dorian Bakiri. A freshman, number 4, Austin Aber. And a goalkeeper, a senior, Ben Johnson. And now the starting lineup for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. The Mustangs come to tonight's contest with an overall record of 5-6-2 under the head coaching of Jerry Rogers and assisted by Jerry Rogers and Dave Sahida. A senior, number 11, Russell Vallejo. senior, number 36, Zach Mitchell. A senior, number 13, Max Mears. A senior, number 35, Tim Rice. A junior, number 37, Tim Lucas. A junior, number 3, Jared Davis. A junior, number 2, Tim Mahako. A sophomore, number 28, Connor Rapp. A freshman, number 33, Dylan Seaman. A freshman, number 25, Eli Mitchell. And the goalkeeper, a senior, Alex Mears. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask if you would to please rise. And gentlemen, we ask if you would to please remove your hats in the singing of our national anthem from the 50-yard line by Laurel Highlands sophomore Lauren Schiffbauer.
A nice job there by Lauren Schiffbauer, and we should have an exciting match on tap tonight. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs taking on the Trinity Hillers, and boys soccer action here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Diane Zinn is a lifelong resident of this area and has been a full-time real estate agent for 20 years. She is an associate broker at Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty and has been a multi-million-dollar producer agent. Considering a relocation to our area, Diane can be helpful in specific areas that might be of interest to you, guiding you in buying that perfect home for your family and providing mortgage avenues for financing your dream home. If you need a market value for your home, this service is also provided with the knowledge that only a full-time realtor can provide in our current sales market. Diane will take the necessary time to help you find that ultimate dream home and will also take the time to market your home to get the best possible market value for you. Look for a full-time realtor with integrity, professionalism, and the knowledge of the real estate market. Call Diane Zinn today at 724-437-7100.
Back here at Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands getting set to host the Trinity Hillers. Again, the Mustangs enter play today 4-4 in Section 6 AA. Trinity 4-1-1. And on paper, it looks like Trinity in control of the final playoff spot in the conference with a 2.5-game lead. But keep in mind, the Hillers still have to play Ringgold twice. Ringgold 7-0 in the conference. Laurel Highlands has already played the Rams twice this season, losing in both matchups. And Trinity also has a tie against Waynesburg, who is 2-5-1 in the conference, a team Laurel Highlands has already beat so far this season. So Laurel Highlands still a nice shot at that third and final playoff spot in the conference, but they need a win here today, and they'll chip it down to Russell Blejo on the far side to start the match. They'll look for a cross, which goes to the left of the Hillers goalkeeper, Ben Johnson. Laurel Highlands going with their traditional 3-1-4-2 here today with Connor Rapp and Timmy Lucas up front. Russell Blejo, Max Mears, Eli Mitchell, and Dylan Seaman, the midfielders. The stopper here today, Zach Mitchell once again in the back. Timmy Mahalko, Jarrett Davis, and Timmy Rice with senior Alex Mears again in goal for the Mustangs. Trinity more of a traditional 4-4-2 here today. Jimmy Beecham and Corey McMurdy up front for the Hillers with Austin Aber, Dorian Bakiri, Austin Armstrong, who's their leading goal scorer, and Nathan McMurdy in the middle. And in the back, Tyler Sturpak, Noah Lazik, Peter Reinhardt, and Nick McCarroll. Ben Johnson in goal. Johnson with 4 straight clean sheets. In fact, the Hillers have not given up a goal in over 320 minutes of soccer action. They're a very defensive-oriented team, and we'll have to see what the Mustangs could do early on to try to get that opening goal. Remember, the first time these two teams met, Laurel Highlands had a 1-0 lead 70 minutes into the match, but the Mustangs let 2 goals slip by in the final 10 minutes down in Washington, Pennsylvania, and Trinity ended up escaping with a 2-1 win over Laurel Highlands. So the Mustangs hoping for a better fate here on their home field against the Hillers. And early on, they've controlled the possession here in the opening 90 seconds. As Dylan Seaman, a little header there for Laurel Highlands. Over to Timmy Lucas, forward to Connor Rapp, who corrals it back now to Max Mears, trying to touch it up to a chasing Rapp, but it goes right in to the keeper, Ben Johnson, who once again covers for the Trinity Hillers. And it's amazing, Laurel Highlands has already played 13 matches so far this season. The Hillers only 8. Trinity will have a lot of soccer to play here late in the season. And this is also the 3rd game in the last 4 days for Laurel Highlands. So you have to wonder if their legs are maybe a little bit weary here today, but they're going to have to come force here with a lot of effort if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive here at home today. And now the Hillers looking for a little run-up from Dorian Bakiri, but the ball will roll back to the Laurel Highlands keeper, Alex Mears. He'll boot it down the field here for the Mustangs. Timmy Lucas looking for it there in traffic. Tyler Sturpak trying to send it back there for the Hillers. Sends it on the back line to Noah Lazik as the Hillers try to set up a run down the far side. There's Austin Armstrong, their leading goal scorer, number 20, has certainly done a nice job creating from the midfield position throughout the course of the season for the Hillers. Touch there to Nathan McMurdy. Him and twin brother Corey on this Hillers team, which is off to a great start here in 2015. Again, 6-1-1, and the Hillers currently in the top 10 in the WPIAL as well, checking in at number 6 this week. So getting a lot of regional respect. And Laurel Highlands fighting for their playoff lives. Mahalko clearing it back out again to Timmy Lucas. Timmy on the far side, nice little dance around Tyler Sturpak. Will push it up to Connor Rapp. Rapp trying to work off to his left, collided there with Sturpak, who picks up the loose ball for the Hillers. Up to Austin Armstrong again. Armstrong through the midfield. Sends it down the near side where it's deflected back by Laurel Highlands' Timmy Mahalko onto the foot of Peter Reinhardt, who sends it down the near touch line. Poked there by Dorian Bakiri, pressured by Timmy Mahalko and sent back to Peter Reinhardt. Reinhardt trying to reset to Armstrong. It's played back once again to Nathan McMurdy. And now the Mustangs try to press the Hillers back line, and chasing it down is Peter Reinhardt, and he'll just send it out of play and allow his troops to get back defensively. Laurel Highlands will try to hurry it along as Dylan Seaman sends it in here to Connor Rapp. Played back up top to Zach Mitchell. Has some pressure from behind. Sends it high in the air into the box where it's again played out by Sturpeck on the far side for Laurel Highlands throwing. Now the Mustangs slow things down. Max Mears will come over and toss it in for the Mustangs. Almost 5 minutes in here at Mustang Field. Scoreless between the Hillers and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Mears throws it into the box. Sturpeck trying to head it out there for Trinity. And the Hillers pick up possession. Mahalko a little pressure there. Trying to spin it forward as Corey McMurdy, and the play whistle down. Foul here on Laurel Highlands. And Nathan McMurdy will take the free kick. Will send it down with the left foot on the far side. Jared Davis poking it back there for the Mustangs onto the foot of Max Mears. Mears a little pressure from behind from Armstrong. Frees the ball up to Peter Reinhardt. Back to Armstrong, pressed there by Russell Blejo. Picks up the loose ball for Laurel Highlands. Trying to find Lucas. Again, sent back by the Hillers and touched on the far side by Blejo and out. Armstrong will flip it back over to Tyler Sturpeck, and will send it in for a very experienced Trinity team here today. 9 seniors in the starting lineup, 1 sophomore and 1 freshman. The Hillers trying to make it to the postseason for the 2nd straight year, and quite an accomplishment for a Trinity program that prior to last year not seen a winning season since 1998 and not made the playoffs going back to the mid-90s. A strong 12-4-3 campaign a year ago, lost in the first round of the playoffs to Knock. But after a 6-1-1 start with a team that has 9 seniors in the starting lineup, they have their eyes on bigger and better things here in 2015. But certainly no lock of the postseason yet. And Laurel Highlands trying to find their way into the WPIAL playoffs for the 4th straight year. On that back line, it's poked over to Seaman, far side to Max Mears. Mears back through center, touched along there to Timmy Lucas, and Lucas unable to keep the ball in on the far side with a little pressure there from Tyler Sturpeck. Hillers send it in again. And we'll play it in open space here on the near side to Dorian Bakiri, the lone sophomore in the starting lineup. He'll send it high. Dylan Seaman and Zach Mitchell getting a piece of it on the Mustang side. Seaman trying to track it down. And he does. Poke it forward to Timmy Lucas on a nice run here to Connor Rapp. Rapp with 2 Hillers trailing the play will pull up and try to pull it back to Lucas. But with a box around him, the Hillers able to send the ball into the Mustang bench. A nice run there from Rapp, but a lot of speed on that back line from the Hillers. Able to regain and get themselves back into the play. And the ball sent out on the far side this time. Off of Laurel Highlands announce. And Tyler Sturpeck will send it in for Trinity. And Trinity by far in their best form of the season. Entering this game with 4 straight wins. All of them clean sheets for the keeper, Ben Johnson. Mustangs back into the 18. Rapp works off to his right. Again, played out by Austin Aber. Trying to set up a run here. Armstrong through center. Sending it along to Corey McMurdy. McMurdy back to his left. Over to Jimmy Beecham, but it goes through Beecham and out of play on the far side. A good break there for Laurel Highlands on a nice run. Again, set up through the midfield with Austin Armstrong. But that front line of Corey McMurdy and Jimmy Beecham unable to finish on that run, but the Hillers back on it again. On the near side to Bakiri. Bakiri double-teamed. Playing it back from 35 out. And the ball one-hopped by Nathan McMurdy into the keeper, Alex Mears. Mears a nice cover. We did have some rain earlier on today. The Sport Turf surface here at Mustang Field might be a little bit slick. I was down on the field about an hour before the start of tonight's game, and we even had a couple of light showers falling at that time. Game time temperature in the mid-50s, and here's Mears trying to send it over to Connor Rapp. And the ball goes out of play off of Laurel Highlands and out. The keeper, Ben Johnson, lets it go over that back line for a Trinity goal kick. And we've talked about the sophomore Connor Rapp from time to time this season here on the South Union Township Sports Network. What a start to this season he had against Albert Gallatin scoring 4 goals in that contest. It was part of the Fayette County Coaches Association Challenge game at Bill Power Stadium. A game easily won by Laurel Highlands, and Rapp trying to regain some of that form he had early on in the season. Here's Zach Mitchell. Touch back again to Timmy Mahalko. Trying to find Mitchell again. Little miscommunication there, and the ball onto the foot of Jimmy Beecham. Sent on the near touchline. And the Mustangs' Timmy Mahalko controls. Over to Dylan Seaman. Little touch there for Mears. Back to Seaman. Seaman goes wide on the far side to Russell Blejo, but it's headed back by Tyler Sturpak of the Hillers. And Trinity's back on and trying to set up a run of their own down the far side. And a nice little touch, but a save there from Timmy Rice on the back line. The Mustang sweeper coming through with a big send out there, but the Hillers keeping possession here in the Laurel Highlands zone. Armstrong top of the 18, shot blocked again by Rice, deflects high into the air and just going wide as the keeper Alex Mears unable to cover, and on the doorstep for the Hillers, almost sending it home, was the senior Corey McMurdy. McMurdy just sending it wide there of Alex Mears. Trinity very close to taking an early 1-0 lead almost 11 minutes into the match. Now Zach Mitchell on a low line drive sends it downward. It's knocked down by Dylan Seaman. He's pressured by Nick McCarroll from behind. Timmy Rice trying to send it along to Timmy Lucas. Hillers again press, and Armstrong picks it up on the far side for Trinity. Armstrong plays it back to Tyler Sturpak. Sturpak works off to his right, looking to center. Knocked down again by Timmy Lucas. The Mustangs trying to regain possession here. Scrum forward on the far side. Blejo trying to track it down, but the Hillers stay on it. Nathan McMurdy down the far touchline. Back to Armstrong. Armstrong looking for the cross. Comes into the box. It's deflected top of the 18. Shot on goal, and the save made again by Alex Mears. That shot taken by Jimmy Beecham. Mears solid here through almost 12 minutes of soccer. Now Laurel Highlands trying to set up a run down the far side, but out of the range of Russell Blejo, but it was last touched by the Hillers, and Blejo trying to send it back into Timmy Lucas. Went off the back of a Hillers player up to Nathan McMurdy. And now Armstrong again through center. The nice run to Corey McMurdy again on the far side. McMurdy again looking for the cross. Will pull it back to Armstrong. A little bit too quick there for Austin. And Timmy Rice from his defensive line pulls it up to Timmy Lucas. And Lucas quickly has some Hillers collapse on him, but the ball deflected back to Laurel Highlands. The Mustangs reset from the midfield as Max Mears sends it down on the near side as Timmy Rice from the back line will track it down on the near wing. Rice now comes inside the box. Pretty move there. Rice from point-blank range had a shot blocked by Austin Aber, and the Hillers get back on it. So Laurel Highlands bringing up Timmy Rice from that back position, trying to attack here in the opening 13, and it almost paid off big time for Laurel Highlands. Remember, Rice started the season on the front line for Laurel Highlands. We've talked about how versatile this Laurel Highlands team has been so far this season. Another indication there of Rice coming in from that back line to the left wing position, almost creating a goal for the Mustangs here 13 minutes into the match. And now Timmy Lucas in open space. His shot blocked there by Sturpak. It breaks free on the far side where it's picked up by Corey McMurdy. McMurdy back through center trying to get around Jared Davis. Works off to his right. Has some help there from Armstrong. Sends it in Austin's direction. Back again to Corey McMurdy. McMurdy pinned up there by Davis and gets some help from Timmy Rice to send it back to center. Headed there by Lucas trying to find Connor Rapp. Hillers again pick it up. Reset here on the near side to Dorian Bakiri. Touched up there to Beecham. Back to Bakiri. Trying to set something up here top of the 18, but Timmy Mahalko on the denial on the Mustang side. Through Seaman trying to find a Rapp, and the ball will go out of play over the near touchline off of Trinity and out. The Mustangs say, let's go. Connor Rapp plays it into Eli Mitchell, but off of Dorian Bakiri there. The Mustangs, though, able to keep possession as Zach Mitchell backing up the play there for the Mustangs. Over to brother Eli, trying to send it top of the 18, headed back there by Noah Lachik, but Timmy Lucas back on it. Deflected again off the Hiller's back line over to Dorian Bakiri down the near touchline. He'll play it back to the Mustangs' Timmy Mahalko. Forward on the reset here to Connor Rapp. Off to his right to Seaman and head to Eli Mitchell, who's trying to track it down. The ball comes loose. And trying to defend there was Peter Reinhardt, protecting the keeper Ben Johnson, who's able to cover here for the Hillers. Almost 15 minutes in, this match still scoreless. Sent down the near touchline again to Bakiri, who lets it go over the near line and out of play. And Zach Mitchell will reload again for Laurel Highlands. Mitchell quickly back in. Looking there for Connor Rapp, headed out again by Peter Reinhardt. Mitchell again will reload. He is a cannon on those throw-ins, and he'll send it into the 18. But played out again by the Hillers. Mitchell has it go off the side of his foot. The Mustangs keep possession on that far side, and now we'll send it back to Jared Davis on the back line. He's pressured there by Corey McMurdy, but able to send it forward. Blejo trying to track it down, trying to get around Tyler Sturpek. Blejo keeps it alive. Back to Max Mears, sent into the box, was deflected. Connor Rapp got a piece of it, but it's sent out again by the Hillers. Jared Davis, an aggressive play here, colliding with Corey McMurdy. And now coming forward, another nice run here for the Hillers. Trying to send it off to Jimmy Beecham. And a Hiller goes down in the box, no foul called. Good break there for the Mustangs as Timmy Rice clears it back to center. Nick McCarroll back on it on the Hiller side. Reset on the near side to Bakiri. Bakiri chipping it along. Down to Jimmy Beecham, but played out again by Timmy Mahalko of Laurel Highlands. Up to Connor Rapp, pinned up there by Peter Reinhardt. And Reinhardt sends it off to McCarroll, and now Tyler Sturpek on the far side. Sturpek sends it low. Back to McCarroll. Touched along to Corey McMurdy. And broken up by the Mustangs' Russell Blejo. Austin Armstrong to reload here on the Hiller side. Armstrong has to be gassed here early on. He's been all over the field. Sends it in the box, and Jared Davis will touch it along to Timmy Lucas. We've had a high tempo here on both sides through almost 17 minutes of soccer. This game's still scoreless. Again, Ben Johnson on the Trinity side. Now up to about 340 minutes of action without giving up a goal. Now we'll get our first change of the night, and we'll step aside for a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Tonight's soccer game is being brought to you in part by Dr. Michael Lemontowski and Surgical Associates, 10 Highland Park Drive here in Uniontown. They can be reached at 724-439-6340. Good luck to the area teams from Dr. Michael Lemontowski.
Back here on the South Union Township Sports Network, Russell Blejo checking out of the game and Garrett Kopich checking in. On the near side, Eli Mitchell on it. Playing it back to brother Zach. Eli looking for the save, but was last touched by the Hillers going out. And Zach will send it in. Headed there by Rapp, and it will bounce into the keeper, Ben Johnson. Johnson, the senior keeper, looking very confident out there. You look at the Hillers' last 4 wins, an 8-0 win over South Allegheny, a 3-0 win over Brownsville, a 6-0 win over Uniontown, and the Hillers getting revenge from that earlier draw against Waynesburg, knocking off the Raiders 1-0 this past Tuesday in their last conference match. Here's Dylan Seaman off to Zach Mitchell again. Pushing it up to Max Mears. Mears to his left and forward again to Timmy Lucas. On the far side again to Garrett Kopich. Back to Lucas. Lucas looking for the cross off the heel of a Trinity defender and sent ahead by Austin Aber. Up to Austin Armstrong again on a nice run here for the Hillers through the midfield. Armstrong. Forward here, the keeper Mears is out to send it away for Laurel Highlands. A strong, aggressive play there from Alex Mears on the denial of Corey McMurdy down the far side. McMurdy and Jimmy Beecham have had some nice runs, but the Hillers have been unable to finish here in the opening 19 minutes. Garrett Kopich with a Hiller down. Might have been an acting job there by Austin Armstrong. I don't think Garrett Kopich made much contact at all out there. But Armstrong went down. Free kick here for the Hillers. Played back by Jarrett Davis. And a nice chip ahead there by Zach Mitchell up to Max Mears through center. Max now trying to get around Austin Aber. Will pull back looking for Garrett Kopich, but the play was nicely trailed again by Austin Armstrong. Ball onto the foot of McConnell, trying to send it up here on the near side to Dorian Bakiri, and a nice run into the box, but the ball going high and wide on the far side on that shot attempt from Jimmy Beecham. But the Hillers, again, doing a nice job to create. And Beecham coming free into the 18. Almost midway through this first half, still scoreless. And Alex Mears sends it down for the Mustangs. Off the chest of McConnell, sent ahead. Into open space again, look out. Here's Armstrong, the play was offsides. Just trying to send it down to Dorian Bakiri on the touch along on the near side. And a free kick to be taken here by Zach Mitchell. Zach on the boot. Through Timmy Lucas. Hiller send it up once again to Nick McCarroll. And out on the near side. Eli Mitchell to reload. Mitchell regains off to his right to Dylan Seaman. Back to Zach Mitchell. Connor Rapp trying to chase it down. And the ball goes over the back line. And out of play for another Ben Johnson goal kick. Again, as we take a look at the Section 6 AA standings, the Ringgold Rams have yet to lose a conference game at 7-0. McGuffey sits at 6-1. Trinity in the third and final playoff spot at 4-1-1. But as we said, the Hillers have yet to play Ringgold once this season. And they'll have two back-to-back games against the Rams to end conference play. And here's Armstrong on a nice run again down the far side, trying to get around Jarrett Davis. Armstrong and Davis battling. Armstrong goes down, and a foul will be called here on Davis. And again, I don't know about that. Armstrong has been looking like he more belongs in theater class from time to time tonight than here on the pitch. And here's a shot from out in front, deflected wide by Corey McMurdy. And a goal kick here for Laurel Highlands. But twice we've seen Armstrong flop on questionable calls. And so far it hasn't hurt Laurel Highlands too much, with both of those flops occurring outside the box. Mustangs send it back to center. Eli Mitchell in traffic, comes away with a loose ball, trying to send it ahead to Connor Rapp, but the keeper, Ben Johnson, well out to corral it in and send it back down again for the Hillers. Zach Mitchell. Touch there from Noah Lazick. Sends it out on the near side. And Eli Mitchell to reload again here for Laurel Highlands. And a lot of end-to-end action. Still without a goal on either side. Haven't had too many long stoppages either. Here's Jarrett Davis. Garrett Kopich in the far corner. Looking to center, but again, it's Noah Lazick sending it out. And who else? Austin Armstrong on another run here for the Hillers. Down on the far side, looking for Corey McMurdy, who's unable to track it down. Mustang throwing to be taken by Jarrett Davis. No changes as Davis sends it in again to Garrett Kopich. Looking there for Dylan Seaman. Seaman battling there with Nick McCarroll. And McCarroll able to win the ball. Played along, trying to create once again there to Corey McMurdy. but denied by Laurel Highlands. But out of the range of Timmy Lucas on that run up down the far side, 24 minutes into this match. Now the Mustangs to make another pair of changes this time as the Mitchell brothers check out. Russell Blejo back into the game, it looks like, on the Laurel Highlands side. Wearing number 11. And Todd Brown also back in. Brown actually seeing his first action of the night.
Number 11, Russell Blejo. Also into the game, number 26, Todd Brown.
Garrett Kopich sending it in. Here's Connor Rapp again. Played back to Garrett.
For Trinity, number 12, Christian.
On the clear again, Noah Lazik trying to send it ahead. Timmy Mahalko chip there for Laurel Highlands. And after that chip, it's played back again to Timmy. We'll send it down to Dylan Seaman at the 50. Now to Connor Rapp. Back to Seaman. Now pull it back down. And off to Todd Brown. Chip down there to Max Mears. Touched along on the far side to Garrett Kopich. Back to Mears. And Noah Lazik trying to play it out there for Trinity. Getting some help from Austin Aber. Garrett Kopich spins and sends it low where the keeper Ben Johnson comes out to scoop it up on the Hiller side. Johnson back to center. Touch there by Max Mears. Timmy Lucas. Dylan Seaman also in the mix. And Seaman on the run down the far side. Austin Armstrong all over the field again on the Hiller side. Setting it off of Seaman and outs for a Trinity throw in. And you see out there the Mustangs, this their breast cancer awareness game. All with the high pink socks on today, and a couple of the players with the pink headbands as well, as Connor Rapp trying to fight off a double team, and it's sent out a play there by Noah Lazik on the far side, as the Hillers allow a few more defenders to get back. The Mustangs will reset here in a Garrett Kopich throw-in. Garrett sends it over on a turnaround shot there in the box. That again is scooped up by Ben Johnson. Dylan Seaman taking that shot for the Mustangs. And Johnson plays it back to center on the Hiller side. Headed there by Jarrett Davis. But it's the Hillers that pick it up. Corey McMurdy trying to spin it back to Austin Armstrong. Pretty move there from Armstrong in traffic. Off to Nathan McMurdy. Touch there from Nick McCarroll. Todd Brown going down on the Mustangs side. Nathan McMurdy picks it back up. Trying to collide there with Max Mears. And Mears a little chip there to Dylan Seaman. Sent back to Timmy Mahalko and across to Connor Rapp. Rapp looking there for Russell Blejo. Broken up by Dorian Bakiri. Headed there by Jarrett Davis. Onto the feet of Dylan Seaman. And out of the range of Max Mears, where it's played back again to Tyler Sturpek. Down on the far side, left-footed shot taken there by Christian Poach, who just checked into the game on the Hiller side, and Poach sending it right on goal, and Alex Mears making the save there for Laurel Highlands. Poach, a 5'7", 140 sophomore, and now Laurel Highlands on the counterattack. Connor Rapp one hops it in again to Ben Johnson. So Poach, one sophomore that is now seeing some action out there for the Hiller side. Again, 5'7", 140. Seeing some action there on the front line. And Poach battling there with Garrett Kopich. Pulling it back to Nathan McMurdy. Sent high again on the far side. Armstrong pulls it down. Jarrett Davis and Garrett Kopich in front of him. Max Mears also helping out. And once again, Poach in open space. Rolls it in to the keeper, Alex Mears. We played actually over 28 minutes of soccer. Still without a goal on either side. Max Mears goes high and sends it out of play. Again, Trinity, for the most part this season, has played a lot of low-scoring games. Again, the first time these two teams met, Laurel Highlands led 1-0 70 minutes in before yielding 2 goals in the final 10 minutes of the match. Ball out of play off of Trinity and out. Garrett Kopich to send it back in here for the Mustangs. Garrett into the box. Russell Blejo coming over. Dylan Seaman trying to track it down. But it's Nick McCarroll out of the pack with it. Played back by Timmy Mahalko over the head of Timmy Lucas. Once again back to Ben Johnson, who's been certainly busy here in this match. We haven't seen a lot of big scoring opportunities on either side. A couple of nice runs. But the keepers have been involved. Well, the ball's getting back in their direction. Here's Dylan Seaman looking again there for Mears. Sturpak a little touch, but not out. Seaman and Mears continue to battle. But it's the Hillers again that pick up possession as Nick McCarroll sends it down on the far side. Touch back to Armstrong. Austin Armstrong to his right. Jared Davis comes with a little pressure there on the Mustangs side. Into open space again to Nick McCarroll. On the near side on the reset to Bakiri. And turned over. Mustangs pick it up. Reset again here to Vallejo. Down the near touchline. Connor Rapp trying to track it down. Attempting to play it back. There was Austin Aber. Rapp picks it back up. And here's Dylan Seaman with a Hiller down in front of him. Seaman comes ahead. Seaman to his right. Shot on goal deflected. And picked up once again by Ben Johnson. Final 10 minutes now of this first half. Johnson a high boot back to center. Russell Vallejo a touch. Partial fan, but Mahalko backing it up. Headed by Rapp. McCarroll also a header there on the Trinity side. Christian Poach trying to keep it alive. And sent back now to the Mustangs. Timmy Rice with a little pressure there. Rice getting some help there from Jarrett Davis. Played along to Todd Brown. Up to Dylan Seaman, but the play pressured by Nick McCarroll, who frees it up to Corey McMurdy. And the Mustangs able to slow things down here again. Kopich a chip. Picked up again by Tyler Sturpak. Sent back down to Armstrong, who goes wide here on the near side. Russell Vallejo is there, but needs to look out from behind. A shot and a save by Alex Mears as Dorian Bakiri kind of crept in on the backside. Came in through the back door, and Vallejo didn't see him coming. But a nice cover again for Mears. And a chip ahead here to Timmy Lucas. Lucas down the near side. Now pulls up for Laurel Highlands. Lucas works to his left. Centers into the box. Deflected back. Dylan Seaman might have a play on it. But the Hiller is able to slow things down. He'll attempt to clear. For just a little scoop down the field. Picked up by Dylan Seaman. Sent wide to Garrett Kopich. Down the far side now to Max Mears. And now Garrett will send it top of the 18. There to Timmy Lucas. Connor Rapp trying to reverse, but it's Lucas' shot that just goes wide here on the near side. So a nice attempt there from Lucas and the Mustangs. Lucas top of the 18. Almost put the Mustangs on top 1-0. Now we'll see changes on each side. 32 minutes into the match. Still scoreless between Laurel Highlands and Trinity. And so far it's been a rather tough week for the Mustangs, but again, against some top-level competition. The Mustangs losing a non-conference game against Greensburg-Salem to start the week 4-2. A game in which Laurel Highlands struck first, leading 1-0, and the Mustangs losing on the road at Ringgold by a score of 5-1. Here's McCarroll sending it down again for the Hillers. Hopped in again to Alex Mears. So the Mustangs, losers of their last two, certainly due for a win at this point of the season. And you see Laurel Highlands with some fresh legs into the game, including Carmen Cavanaugh had a touch there, but lost it to Jimmy Beecham coming back. Beecham trying to send it down to Corey McMurray. Well defended again on the Mustangs side. Hillers go wide. Nick McCarroll in open space. Shot on goal, and just saved there by Alex Mears, who had to go to the tops of his toes to make that save. On a shot that came from about 30 yards deep there from Nick McCarroll. Laurel Highlands trying to counter. Timmy Lucas on the far side trying to get around Tyler Sturpak. Lucas coming forward with a play backed up again by Austin Aber. Sturpak has been solid on that far side defensively for the Hillers here today. He's gone the entire way through 34 minutes of soccer. And we'll step aside with the ball out of play for a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Trinity to take a goal kick here. Noah Lazick will send it down. It's Jared Davis there in open space for the Mustangs. Over to Garrett Kopich. They'll lob it down the far side where Tyler Sturpak is there for Trinity. Max Mears is trying to get around it there for Laurel Highlands. Hiller send it out of play. Kopich to reload on the Mustang side. Sends it into the box. Played back top of the 18. Zach Mitchell fires, but well off the mark. Mitchell just couldn't get a clean piece of that spinning ball. Top of the 18-yard box there in the Trinity zone for the Mustangs. Remember, he has a cannon. We've seen him score a couple of times this season from long range. Might even been for Zach a little bit too close there. And Trinity trying to set something up. Dorian Bakiri sing it off to his left, went through Garrett Kopich and sent down top of the 18 where it's knocked down by Corey McMurdy. Back again to Nathan McCarroll. McCarroll turning it over. Played back up to Connor Rapp on the Laurel Highlands side. Rapp looking for a chip up here to Timmy Lucas. Lucas battling there with Noah Lazick. And it's Austin Aber on the clear again on the Hillers side. Played back down looking for Armstrong. Davis on the denial for Laurel Highlands. High in the air again to Nathan McMurdy. And Max Mears picks it up over to Garrett Kopich. Kopich with some pressure coming from behind. Will send it to the left of the keeper, Ben Johnson, and again out of play. Down to 3:45 left here in the first half. Nice to have you along with us here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé. Our public address announcer tonight is Barry Rosner. On a cool, crisp early October night for high school soccer. And for Laurel Highlands, their playoff fate might be decided here tonight. Really needing a win to keep their realistic playoff hopes alive. Eli Mitchell back to Russell Blejo.
Into the game for Laurel Highlands, number 12, Gianni Dye, and number 8, Braden Steele.
Braden Steele and Gianni Dye were the two Mustangs that just entered. Here's Russell Blejo on the near side. Unable to get around Peter Reinhardt, but a nice chip there from Kavanaugh into the box with Gianni Dye on the doorstep of Ben Johnson. Johnson picks it up and sends it out on the far side. And with Trinity having already defeated Laurel Highlands earlier on this season, I don't think a draw will cut it tonight for the Mustangs. 2.5 games back of the Hillers for the third and final playoff spot in the conference. They really need a win here to have any realistic chance of advancing to the postseason. And Mustangs knew 2015 might be a little bit of a struggle with a very young team coming in. But they had positioned themselves through 8 conference games with a very respectable 4-4 conference record. And giving themselves an opportunity here against the 6th-ranked team in the WPIAL in Trinity to fight for a playoff spot. Timmy Mahalko playing it back down the field for Laurel Highlands. Carmen Kavanaugh trying to chase it down, and Tyler Sturpak will head it back to his keeper, Ben Johnson. And you look at the road ahead for Laurel Highlands, if they are able to pick up a win here today, the Mustangs will have only 3 conference games remaining. A big road game at Waynesburg, a home game against McGuffey, which will be the senior night game for Laurel Highlands, and then a game at Bill Powers Stadium against a much improved Uniontown team. So really no easy games there in the mix the rest of the way for Laurel Highlands either. But they would at least give themselves a chance at getting into the postseason. They can get a win here over the Hillers today. A minute left here in the first half. Hillers trying to buzz here in the Laurel Highlands zone. Nathan McMurdy sending it high and wide on the far side. And right now, McGuffey and Ringgold, the 2 top dogs in the section. Ringgold's defeated the Mustangs twice already this year, 5-1 and 3-1. Laurel Highlands losing a 4-1 decision at McGuffey back on September the 22nd. And that game came on the heels of a contest at Southmoreland. And the Mustangs really haven't done themselves any favor schedule-wise on some of these conference games, with non-conference games scheduled the day before key section matchups. We mentioned earlier this week, Laurel Highlands played a top 10 team in Greensburg-Salem before taking on first place Ringgold in the conference. And I have to wonder if they maybe rethink the schedule a little bit going into next year. There's a big trip from Timmy Mahalko on Corey McMurdy. You have to wonder if that might draw a card. Don't see any issued as of yet. And in the high school game, unlike what you might see in international play, you don't have any extended time given there to Trinity for a free kick after that trip up from Mahalko. So we'll go to halftime. Scoreless, Trinity and Laurel Highlands. We'll take a quick timeout and be back here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
Back here at Mustang Field, Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé. A very entertaining first half, but without a goal on either side. Laurel Highlands and Trinity remaining scoreless here at Mustang Field. We mentioned Laurel Highlands entering play today, 2.5 games back of Trinity for that third and final playoff spot in the conference. So Laurel Highlands needing a win here today to keep their playoff hopes alive. Plenty of scoring opportunities and chances on each side, but still without a goal. This will give us an opportunity to remind you that if you're watching this game on Atlantic Broadband or Armstrong Cable, we'd like to let you know that the South Union Township Sports Network broadcasts are now available online on YouTube. You can just go to youtube.com and search Laurel Highlands or South Union Television, or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for program updates. The web address, facebook.com/South Union TV. Again, scoreless through 40 minutes of soccer here at Mustang Field. Second half action comes your way next on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Back here at Mustang Field, second half match action about to begin, and so far it's been a scoreless draw between Laurel Highlands and Trinity. We expected the match to be tight coming in, again with a lot on the line. Laurel Highlands at 4-4 in the conference, Trinity at 4-1-1, and the Mustangs fighting for their playoff lives here today against a Trinity squad that entered the match with 4 consecutive shutouts. And now they've shut out Laurel Highlands through the first half of the match here, trying to keep it going. And the ball out of play off of Laurel Highlands and out. And Austin Armstrong to trigger it in here for the Hillers. That'll defend the goal to our right here in the second half. Armstrong again, trying to send it in top of the 18 off of Dylan Seaman and send into the keeper Alex Mears by Nick McCarroll. Mears will bounce it out. Try to send it back to center. Brother Max is there, trying to come forward, but knocked off the ball by Nathan McMurdy. Back to McCarroll. On the far side to Dorian Bakiri. Bakiri battling there with Eli Mitchell, and Eli sends it down the far touchline and out. And Bakiri will take this throw in now on the Hillers side. Into Nathan McMurdy again. McMurdy with some open space. Shot from 35 yards out. Goes high and wide. And you look at possession time, it has been relatively even here between Laurel Highlands and Trinity. Just like the scoreboard, both teams have had their fair share of chances. And as we alluded to in the first half, not a lot of great chances, but we've seen some nice runs. And each team has put some scares in the respective keepers, Alex Mears and Ben Johnson. And here's Timmy Lucas, a touch. On sides, looks to center. And the shot there from Connor Rapp is denied by Ben Johnson. Laurel Highlands almost seemed a moment to be a bit shocked that space had come so open there in the 18. And Johnson, a nice denial there on Rapp on the setup from Timmy Lucas. That was by far the best scoring chance we've seen on either side so far in this match. Mustangs trying to continue to buzz. Chip out there from Nathan McMurdy. And Jimmy Beecham looking for a run down the far side. But Beecham losing control. And Timmy Mahalko to play it back in here for the Mustangs. Reset to Tyler Sturpeck. And turned over. Max Mears trying to play it forward. Got another deflection. Dylan Seaman trying to track it down. And the ball picked up there in open space by Nathan McMurdy. Goes crossfield on the near side. Austin Armstrong trying to track it down, but the Mustangs play it back up to Max Mears. Max, a nice reversal. Touchdown by Connor Rapp into Timmy Lucas. Lucas's shot just goes high. Nice little spin around shot there from Timmy Lucas from about 24 yards out, just going over the crossbar. That almost put the Mustangs on top 1-0. So Laurel Highlands, a couple of nice chances here in the opening 4 minutes of the second half. One nice denial from Johnson and one shot that just missed from Lucas. And you have to give it up for Johnson. Again, 4 straight clean sheets entering this match. And the Mustangs plenty of opportunities here to start the second half. Here's Armstrong on the Trinity side. Playing it back to Tyler Sturpeck, and now Armstrong again. Touched along. Jimmy Beecham unable to keep it in. And Jared Davis plays it back on the Mustang side. Up to Timmy Lucas. Lucas down the near side. Connor Rapp trying to track it down. Play was offsides. Hand up by our match official here on the near side, Jimmy Pry, working with Brian Gamutza here today. And so far, with the exception of that little trip up by Timmy Mahalko to end the first half, things have been rather clean. Off of Jared Davis, picked up by Armstrong, trying to play it back there to Nathan McMurdy. Sends on the back line to Noah Lazick. And Noah will send it out of play for another Laurel Highlands goal kick. Still scoreless, a lot of regulation time left. 35 minutes of regulation time if we remain tied Through regulation, we'd play 2 10-minute overtime sessions. Would be of the golden goal variety. First team to score would win. Sudden death. Here's Dylan Seaman. Back again to Zach Mitchell. And now brother Eli looking to center there for Timmy Lucas. Played back by the Hillers. Header there from Timmy Mahalko. Zach Mitchell trying to help out. Will play it back to Jared Davis. Up again to Dylan Seaman, who knocks it down and plays it back to Timmy Mahalko again. Mahalko down the far side. Eli Mitchell and now Dylan Seaman. Seaman on it, off to his right. Over to Max Mears. Chips on the left side, no one home. Headed there by Peter Reinhardt. And the Mustangs control again from their own zone. They'll quickly turn it over. And the Hillers try to set up a run coming back. It's Jimmy Beecham. Here's Beecham off to his left. Beecham back to Armstrong. And now Beecham again. Beecham shot blocked there by Timmy Rice. And now Rice almost tripped up on a off-balance tackle attempt there from Austin Armstrong. Mustangs find it. Max Mears up to Connor Rapp. Pass was a bit behind him. Rapp able to regain to Mears again. And now Zach Mitchell and Dylan Seaman. On the back line again to Jared Davis. Davis down. Pass intercepted by Nathan McMurdy. McMurdy now pulls up. Sends it back to Austin Armstrong. Austin goes wide on the far side. Defending there is Eli Mitchell for Laurel Highlands. Battling there with Dorian Bakiri. Hillers keep possession. Chip from Peter Reinhardt into the box, and the ball will roll back again to Alex Mears. Mears now will come out and bounce it out a couple of times. Headed there by Blejo. Knocked down at center by Nick McCarroll, but played back by the Mustangs. On the chip ahead to Rapp. Here's Rapp with 4 Hillers around him. Trying to work off to his left, but Noah Lazik able to break up the play. And Lazik will send it down the far touchline. Timmy Rice to play it back, but a misclear there. Look out. Hillers coming back. Armstrong. Armstrong top of the 18 to his right. Armstrong still with it. Pass into the box. And the shot attempt there from Jimmy Beecham was partially blocked and sent wide, but it will be a corner kick here for the Hillers. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first corner kick we've seen on the Trinity side so far in the match. Will be taken by Dorian Bakiri. And you see the wind picking up as Bakiri will send it into the mixer out in front. Header attempt on the near side there from Nick McCarroll, and the save made by Alex Mears. And Mears another nice boot there for the Mustangs. An open space. Picked up by Russell Blejo. Sent out again by the Hillers. Max Mears to play it back for Laurel Highlands. Looking for Timmy Lucas. And again cleared on the Trinity side. Zach Mitchell to send it in this time. Zach top of the box. Hillers try to play it out. Touch there from Nathan McMurdy, and he's on it on a nice run through center. Up here on the near side of Jimmy Beecham. Armstrong now into the play. Armstrong to his right. Goes wide on the far side. A nice little header there on the Mustang back line by Timmy Rice to send it up to Dylan Seaman. Touching it along to Connor Rapp. Rapp was on sides. Hillers, though, slow it up. Those last touch off of Peter Reinhardt and out and going out on the far side. No. Play reversed and given over to Trinity. And they'll send it in to Nathan McMurdy. Back to McCarroll. And McMurdy again fanning coming forward. The play backed up, and Tyler Sturpeck finding it in open space. Chipping down on the far side, but no one home. Picked up again by Alex Mears. So we've played 10 minutes now in the second half, 50 minutes of match action. Still without a goal on either side. Laurel Highlands and Trinity remaining scoreless. In open space again, Beecham. Looking there for Corey McMurdy, who retreats but then turns it over to Eli Mitchell. Sends it back to Dylan Seaman, and now Eli again on the give and go. Was double teamed, reverses again to Dylan, and reset again to Timmy Rice. Mustangs trying to spread the field up to Jarrett Davis. And now Max Mears, who fans on the pass attempt coming forward. And the ball out of play over to the Hillers again as Tyler Sturpak sends it back in. And that one off of Nick McCarroll and out. Timmy Lucas trying to track it down. Well defended by Noah Lazick. Couldn't clear. Max Mears finds it. Mears chips into the box. Play on sides. Connor Rapp trying to creep in through the back door. Hillers again clear it out. Lucas to reload. Sends it top of the 18. Rapp is there, but the ball cleared again by Noah Lazick. And Zach Mitchell chips back to Jared Davis. And will send it out of play. Austin Armstrong back in here for the Hillers over the head of Russell Blejo. Touched there by Nathan McMurdy. Back to Armstrong again, who goes wide on the far side. And Timmy Rice and Jarrett Davis will play it back to the keeper Alex Mears as Davis had to protect his keeper with Corey McMurdy loose out in front. Max Mears back to Zach Mitchell, trying to find Max again. Austin Aber, though, finding the loose ball here for the Hillers. The freshman Aber coming back. Aber sliding down, looking to center. Timmy Rice breaking it up for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs now able to clear. Here's Dylan Seaman. Seaman off to his right. To Russell Blejo here on the near side. Up again to Max Mears. And out of play. And some of the Mustangs, a little bit of a different look with many of them wearing those headbands here today. Not sure if it's more to keep their ears warm or part of the style here tonight. Jimmy Beecham in open space. Jarrett Davis defending. Help there from Timmy Mahalko on the clear down the far side. Connor Rapp trying to chase it down there for the Mustangs. Hillers keep it alive. Nick McCarroll in open space. Resents back to Nathan McMurdy. And it's played back once again to the keeper, Alex Mears. With the headgear on. I'll send it back down the field. A little touch there from Armstrong. Over to Russell Blejo. Now Seaman and Blejo again. Blejo back through center. Play off sides. Trying to spring a man down the far side. Laurel Highlands getting set to make some changes here. With 26:33 left in the second half. The Mustangs unable to bring those three men in yet. As Trinity will have a free kick here from their own zone. And this will go out of play. Now the Mustangs will make some changes. And we'll step aside for a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Re-entries for Laurel Highlands.
Back here at Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands making three re-entries. Garrett Kopich, Todd Brown, and Carmen Cavanaugh all in on the Mustangs side. Some fresh legs here for the final 26 minutes of regulation time. And I have some bonus soccer here tonight. And the Mustangs playoff fate might come down to an extra session here today. Here's Max Mears battling there with Austin Aber. Mears trying to keep it alive to Garrett Kopich. And again, more pressure on Laurel Highlands here today. And as the Mustangs find themselves 2.5 games back of Trinity for that third and final playoff spot in the conference. Trinity can afford a draw here today. Laurel Highlands cannot. And the Hillers already possess a win this season over Laurel Highlands. A 2-1 win in Washington earlier on this year. They'll look to center here with a play broken up. And Max Mears on it, trying to touch it down to Timmy Lucas. Both Timmy Lucas and Connor Rapp played a lot of soccer on that front line here today for Laurel Highlands. Rapp, though, out of the game for now with Garrett Kopich on that front line with Lucas. Maybe saving some minutes for Rapp for later on in the match. And Kopich now battling on the far side, winning the ball, and will send it in here to Lucas. Again, chipped out by Noah Lazick. Mustangs picking up the tempo right now. Will send it into the box. Mears creeping in. And the ball picked up again by the keeper, Ben Johnson. You can sense Laurel Highlands sensing a little desperation and really having to play aggressive with the game scoreless, having to come away with a win here today to keep their playoff hopes alive. Here's Christian Poach, who's just re-entered on the Trinity side, into Armstrong in open space. Collision there with Jared Davis. The ball comes free, and Timmy Rice able to clear it down. And if the play's onside, this is a nice run for Garrett Kopich. Kopich down the far side. Kopich into the box. Shot on goal, just deflected wide by Johnson. What a run there from Kopich. Onsides the entire way. Almost put the Mustangs on top 1-0. Johnson standing tall again on the Trinity side. And also got some nice help there from a couple of teammates as well to break up the play. I thought the keeper Johnson got a piece of it. My camera guy and our producer here, Jerry Dupay, tells me he did not. Nonetheless, a solid effort defensively from the Hillers to break up that nice run from Kopich. Now Russell Blejo checking out of the game. Connor Rapp back in. Now you have a nice little trio up top here for the Mustangs with Rapp, Kopich, and Lucas. And we'll see if they'll move Rapp back to his original position as a striker here with 22.5 minutes left in the match. Rapp on the near side, more in a midfield position right now. Sending it over to Todd Brown. Forward to Dylan Seaman, pressured from behind there by Nathan McMurdy. Here's Christian Poach picking it up on the Hillers side. Laurel Highlands has actually controlled more of the tempo and possession here in the second half, but still on the scoreboard or without a goal on either side. Garrett Kopich in traffic, coming free again. Garrett's shot spinning wide on the far side. If you're Laurel Highlands, yes, you want to get shots on goal, but you also want to make sure those are quality shots on goal. Sometimes shots from that far out are not always productive. The Mustangs really battling here tonight. I like what I see from an aggressive attack that they've put forth here today. But still looking for that elusive goal in this match. Christian Poach losing it there to Timmy Rice. Here's Mears. Hillers send it back with Dorian Bakiri. Mustangs again find it. As the touches go back and forth here on the far side. Under 21 minutes now left in the second half. McMurdy right back to Jarrett Davis. Davis coming forward. Is double teamed off the ball. Reset here to Armstrong. Austin Armstrong trying to dance around Jarrett Davis. Got some help there from Max Mears. Ball deflected into open space. Sent along by Peter Reinhardt. Still a battle for it. And Connor Rapp finally able to pick it up there for the Mustangs. Touch there from Kopich. Back to Rapp. Resets from his own zone. Off to Todd Brown. Pushed ahead to Max Mears. Back to Rapp again. Who sends it down off the chest of Dylan Seaman. And Dylan turns it over. Nathan McMurdy trying to send it along to brother Corey. Ball goes out of play, and Timmy Mahalko to reload here for Laurel Highlands. Final 20 minutes of regulation time. Connor Rapp battling there with McCarroll. McCarroll might have been hit high. He's down. Ball deflected out. And we'll have an injury stoppage with 19:41 left in regulation. Nick McCarroll down on the Hillers side. We'll step aside for a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nick McCarroll remaining in the match for Trinity. He was saying he was elbowed in the face. Nothing was called. Laurel Highlands retains possession. Off the throw-in goes to Garrett Kopich in the corner. Looks for the cross and sent out of play. Last touch by Trinity going out. It will be a Laurel Highlands corner kick, and another Hiller down on the far side. Peter Reinhardt now gets back to his feet. Garrett Kopich to take this corner kick for the Mustangs. Garrett sends it on a line drive off of Dorian Bakiri. Headed there by Timmy Lucas. Reset back to Garrett Kopich, who's pressured there by Corey McMurdy. McMurdy sends it out of play. Garrett Kopich calling for a ball. Now we'll get it on the far side. Sent back into the box. Again headed out by Noah Lazik. Up to Christian Poach. Plenty of open space here for the Hillers. Run down the far side. Timmy Rice needs to look out. He'll defend the keeper, Alex Mears, as the Mustangs keep it away from a charging Dorian Bakiri. Laurel Highlands now turning it over again in their own zone. Sent to Poach in open space. Chipped looking for Armstrong. Broken up by Jarrett Davis, but not out. Shot attempt there from Poach, blocked down out in front by Connor Rapp. Sent high by the Mustangs. Headed back there by Nick McCarroll. And knocked down again to Armstrong on the near side, who fights through a double team and comes forward. Now spins back to his right. Looks to reset to McCarroll. Broken up here by Dylan Seaman. But keeping possession, Tyler Sturpak on the Trinity side. Again played into open space. Seaman fights for the Mustangs, but played ahead to Armstrong for Trinity. Armstrong near corner, trying to get around Jarrett Davis. Chips into the box, but Timmy Rice is there for Laurel Highlands, unable to clear. Another dive there from Armstrong. That cannot be a foul on the Laurel Highlands side. Armstrong's been flopping all night. And now the big question is, was this foul inside the box? That was another flop from Armstrong, the third we've seen of the night. And they're going to rule this just outside the box. A big break there for Laurel Highlands. They'll have to back that wall up. And Armstrong's got all the calls on those flops tonight, too. He'll take the free kick from 19 yards out. They might back that wall up even a little bit more. They will. And a great opportunity here for Trinity. On really a questionable call. Now they'll reposition the wall. Give Alex Mears a little more room to work with. Trinity looking to center. Sent wide. And now high into the air by Bakiri. Loose off the far post. Now loose out in front. Headed out by Jarrett Davis. And another helper there from Garrett Kopich to send it along. Nice defense there from the Mustangs. And Kopich will send it out of play on the far side. But Jarrett Davis saved a potential scoring opportunity there for the Hillers, denying a header attempt out in front by heading it back himself. Here's McCarroll again looking for positioning. Mustangs sent it out. Into Christian Poach. Hiller starting to buzz. Here's Armstrong. Well, backside pressure coming there from Connor Rapp. Armstrong stays on. Look at Armstrong dancing, shooting, but missing. Armstrong's been all over the field tonight for Trinity. He's done a nice job to draw some calls. And you can't blame him for trying. I just questioned some of the calls he's gotten from the officials. Here's Mears down to Zach Mitchell.
Zach Mitchell and number 25, Eli Mitchell.
Chipped over to Dylan Seaman. And more momentum now swinging in the Hillers' direction. With only 15 minutes left in regulation. I remember the first time these two teams played, Trinity was down 1-0 entering the final 10 minutes of the match and scored 2 goals in the final 10 for a 2-1 win. Dylan Seaman looking to clear. And Nathan McMurdy just lets it go out on the far side. And I'll fire it into Jimmy Beecham. Headed back by Timmy Rice of Laurel Highlands. Nick McCarroll playing it back against Nathan McMurdy. Sends it into the box. Look out, Armstrong free here on the near side, unable to track it down. Armstrong entered the match today. 5 goals and 4 assists. The leading scorer for the Hillers so far this season. Remember, this is only Trinity's 9th game of the season. Laurel Highlands playing their 14th game of the year. Here's Poach trying to get around Jared Davis, and Davis solid again on that back line for the Mustangs. Tyler Sturpak now trying to reset for Trinity. Now slow it down to Noah Lazick. Back down to Jared Davis, who heads it up to Zach Mitchell, and Mitchell plays it back towards the midfield. Dylan Seaman trying to send it along. Nick McCarroll corralling it in. And the Hillers' Corey McMurdy unable to keep it in play on the far side as Laurel Highlands makes a quick change here. I believe it's Braden Steele entering, giving Connor Rapp a quick break. I'd have to think the mindset of head coach Jerry Rogers is here. Give Rapp a little break, then he'll be set to go for the final 7 or 8 minutes. And it was actually Russell Blejo that came in, not Braden Steele. Blejo, number 11, coming in, replacing Rapp for now. Garrett Kopich battling there with Nathan McMurdy. Still scoreless, 13-10 left here in the second half. Here's Poach. Back again to Sturpak. Armstrong a touch ahead, and Poach will play it out. Miscommunication there between Poach and Armstrong. Zach Mitchell sends it in on the Mustang side. Looking there for Garrett Kopich. That looked like another flop on the Trinity side. As Tyler Sturpak goes down. Hopefully you're seeing what I'm seeing on your television screens. Here's Timmy Rice. Up to Dylan Seaman. Headers all around. And Seaman able to control. Up to Max Mears. Zach Mitchell, a little break up there. And you've Armstrong, of course, trying to come alive down the near touchline. Last touch by the Hillers going out. Jared Davis reloads. Off the body of Zach Mitchell and sent high into the air. Some of the horns coming out. The ball comes into open space on the far side. Sliding tackle attempt there from Garrett Kopich. Got all ball. Keeps it alive for the Mustangs. A little miscommunication there coming forward on the Laurel Highlands side. Allows the ball to roll in again to the keeper, Ben Johnson. You wonder how much gas left on the tanks for each side. Again, for Laurel Highlands, this is their 3rd game in the last 4 days. You might be looking at extra time here today. Still scoreless with 11 minutes left in regulation. Russell Blejo on the near side. Off the chest of Garrett Kopich. Again sent high into the air. And almost a misplay there. Dangerous play as Noah Lazick sends it back to the keeper, Ben Johnson. Johnson and no one behind him backing up the play. Austin Aber again in open space. Little touch there from Bakiri, sent down the far touchline. Christian Poach trying to track it down, but played back by Timmy Rice on the Laurel Highlands side off the body of Garrett Kopich in open space to Russell Blejo. Sent high again. Let's see if the Mustangs can track it down. Timmy Lucas comes into the box, but again the ball rolls back to the keeper, Ben Johnson. Down now to 10 minutes left in the match. Still scoreless between Laurel Highlands and Trinity. Nail-biting time out there right now. Price trying to send it ahead. Dylan Seaman trying to work around. Nick McCarroll. Austin Aber in open space. Back to Nathan McMurdy. McMurdy sends it down looking for Armstrong. Might have went off of Russell Blejo going out. That was the correct call. Russell got a piece of it. Throw in here for Armstrong and the Hillers. They'll make a quick change. Christian Poach checking out of the game. We'll step aside for a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
The Laurel Highlands boys soccer team boosters would like to wish the soccer team and their coaches on having a great season this year. Go Mustangs.
Back here at Mustang Field, Armstrong on the throw-in. Sends it into the box. Misclear there from Rice. Trinity will have an opportunity to reload. With 9:11 left. Armstrong again into the box. That time off of Zach Mitchell. Back to Tyler Sturpak here on the near side. Loose out in front. Dorian Bakiri was a creeping. As the ball went back to keeper Alex Mears. Mears back to center. Header there from Nathan McMurdy. Dylan Seaman trying to battle around Corey McMurdy. And the Mustangs pick it up. Eli Mitchell touched along to Max Mears. Max keeps it in play. Looks to center. No one home. Played back by Noah Lazick. Into open space to Nick McCarroll. Forward to Nathan McMurdy. McMurdy sending it along. Timmy Mahalko will just let it go out of play for Laurel Highlands throw-in. Down to 8:20. Left here in regulation. Might be looking at an overtime session or two. Getting chipped ahead. Blejo a touch. Davis looking for a clear. Fanned on the header. Top of the box. It's open there to Corey McMurdy. Pressured by Timmy Mahalko, and Timmy sends it out of play. Throw in to be taken here by Dorian Bakiri. Quick touch by McMurdy. Back to Bakiri. Pressure there by Mahalko. Trinity looking to cross. It was last touch going out there off of Jimmy Beecham and out. For Laurel Highlands goal kick. With 7:30 left here in the second half. Trinity looking to secure their playoff positioning. Laurel Highlands looking to keep their playoff hopes alive. Timmy Mahalko, a little trouble there on the back line. Finally able to clear it forward. Hiller's back into the box. Armstrong top of the 18. Look out. Shot on goal goes wide here on the near side. A goal kick here for Laurel Highlands. We'll make another change. Connor Rapp back in. No surprise there. Mustangs getting Rapp back out there on that front line. And you have Garrett Kopich, Timmy Lucas, and Connor Rapp all out there right now for the Mustangs. And you have Rapp in more of an attacking position. Kopich more back into the midfield right now for Laurel Highlands. With 6:26 now left, and Tyler Sturpak taking this throw-in. Christian Poach lost that one going out. Garrett Kopich reloads off the body of Timmy Lucas. Dylan Seaman trying to help out there as well on the Laurel Highlands side. And Zach Mitchell will play it back on a missed clear. Look out, Rapp in open space. Connor Rapp coming forward. Connor Rapp works it back to his right in open space. Mears hit it off the side of the post. Max Mears just missing there for Laurel Highlands off the near post and wide. After the missed clear on the Trinity side by Noah Lazick. Horn still coming alive. Laurel Highlands oh so close. There's Dylan Seaman sending it in to the keeper, Johnson. Mears beat Johnson, but was denied by the near post. Kind of a handball there by Jimmy Beecham. A free kick here for Zach Mitchell. Mitchell on the long booths, top of the box. Played back on the Hillers side. So go all the way through. Timmy Rice needs to be careful here. Send it high, but off of the knees of Austin Armstrong. Mustangs will pick it up. Garrett Kopich down the near touchline. Goes high, looking for Timmy Lucas in the box. Once again, cleared by the keeper, Johnson. Getting elbowed off the ball there is Garrett Kopich by Jimmy Beecham, and Beecham set up a nice run for himself. Beecham, who seemed to initiate contact on the hit there with Kopich, looks to center. Ball deflected high out in front. And Kopich getting back into the play, looking to clear it out. Hillers now trying to reset after a Laurel Highlands poke. Nice battle there by Eli Mitchell to win the ball for Laurel Highlands. But Eli will send it out, looking for Connor Rapp down the far side. We're down to 4 minutes left in regulation. This game's still scoreless. Hillers' Dorian Bakiri will send it down on a nice run coming back. But Jared Davis defending, denying Jimmy Beecham. Dorian Bakiri to take this throw in. And on the far side of Corey McMurdy. McMurdy ridden off the ball, and Simi Mahalko on the clear for the Mustangs. Back to center, Max Mears battling there with Austin Aber. Ball comes free to Tyler Sturpek. Sturpek up to Nathan McMurdy, chipping now to Armstrong on the near side. Armstrong keeps it in play, looks for the cross, sent out in front, and headed wide by Corey McMurdy. 3 minutes now left in regulation time. Zach Mitchell to take this free kick for the Mustangs. And Zach sends it back down to center. Headed along by Timmy Lucas. Sturpek sending it back on the Hillers side. Up to Armstrong again. Armstrong to his right to Nathan McMurdy. Pressure there by Dylan Seaman, who knocked the ball free again for Laurel Highlands. And here's another nice run up to Connor Rapp. A little contact there with Noah Lazick. Lazick looking to clear one off of Rapp. Got a second attempt. Knocked back down here at center by Timmy Lucas. Dylan Seaman also there for the Mustangs trying to help out. Lucas went down. We play on. And coming back here is Austin Aber trying to set up Corey McMurdy. McMurdy on the far side. Looking to cross. Play was well defended by Timmy Mahalko, who blocked the cross out on the far side. But it will be a corner kick here for the Hillers in the final 2 minutes of regulation. Dorian Bakiri, the sophomore, will take the corner kick from the far side. Sends it into the box. Played out by Eli Mitchell, but not out. Bakiri chips back into the box. Loose out in front. The ball just deflected wide by Jimmy Beecham. Again, Jarrett Davis doing a nice job on that back line for the Mustangs. And we're into the final 90 seconds of regulation time. Goal kick here for Laurel Highlands to be taken by Zach Mitchell. And now the Mustangs pick up the pace. Max Mears on the send-ahead down the near side, but no one home. Was looking there for Garrett Kopich. Armstrong, another touch coming back on the Hillers side. Picked up in open space here by Timmy Rice. We'll see if Rice gets involved offensively. Goes through, though, to the Hillers back line now in the final minute.
1 minute.
Off the body of Eli Mitchell, keeps it alive. Chipped over to Dylan Seaman. Seaman sending it ahead. Headed there by Noah Lazick. Played back for the Hillers. Look out, here's Jimmy Beecham. Runs over Jared Davis, and once again it looked like Beecham initiated the contact, and he will pick up the foul. Just running over Davis. Final 33 seconds. One last chance here for the Mustangs in regulation. As Mitchell sends it top of the box. Headed back. Shot attempt will go wide here on the near side and will be picked up by the keeper Ben Johnson on that shot attempt from Max Mears. It looks like we're headed for an extra session. Jared Davis.
10.
Connor Rapp looking there. They're going to call a foul on Laurel Highlands when Aber was already down when he was touched. It's kind of been the way it's went for Laurel Highlands so far today. We're scoreless after 80 minutes. It's been 5 straight regulation shutouts for Ben Johnson and the Trinity Hillers. And we're in now to an overtime session. Coming your way in just a moment. Trinity and Laurel Highlands still scoreless here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Chesler's Furniture of Uniontown is proud to be a sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth athletics. In business since 1950 and owned and operated since 1974 by Theodore and Rich Lacey, Chesler's has long served the immediate area, offering a wide variety of living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, and other occasionals. Honored by the National Home Furnishings Association for excellence, we have also been honored by Virginia House for outstanding sales the past 5 years. We offer brand names such as Lazy Boy, Schweiger, Hickory Hill, Serta, Lane, and we take great pride in our service to our many valued customers. We are open Monday and Friday from 9 to 9, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 9 to 6, and we are located at 601 Pittsburgh Street, 2 miles north of Uniontown on Route 51, next to the Fayette Plaza. For more information, please call us at 438-0661 or stop in and see Ted, Scott, Rich, Paul, or Sue.
Overtime here at Mustang Field after 80 minutes of regulation soccer. Laurel Highlands and Trinity still scoreless. Laurel Highlands will defend the goal to our right here in the first overtime session. Again, it's sudden death. First to score wins. We'll play 2 10-minute overtime sessions. If the game remains tied after those 2 sessions, it goes into the books as a tie. There are no shootouts or penalty kick situations to decide games in regulation play during the course of the regular season here in the WPIAL. Garrett Kopich descended in here for the Mustangs, into Timmy Lucas. Back to Garrett, looking to cross, but will send it out of play. Many times, as our public address announcer Barry Rosner alluded to me before the overtime session started, you see long situations in regulation where neither team will score, and then just like that, when the overtime starts, you see a quick goal. We'll see if that's the case here this evening. Kopich again the last to touch it there going out. Tyler Sturpick descended in here for the Hillers. Here's a quick touch out. We've already played a minute of this overtime session. And Trinity entering play today, 6th in the WPIAL. The Mustangs giving them quite a game here today. Still locked up. Timmy Rice want to get back up top. Hillers again reset here on the near side of Dorian Bakiri. Bakiri off to his left to Jimmy Beecham. And cleared by Max Mears. Forward here to Lucas, and now Rapp trying to chase it down. 2 Hillers around. Rapp will try to poke it free. Ball is still loose, but not out. Saved there by Lucas, and Timmy Lucas's shot will just go wide. Noah Lazick defensively had that block down on Connor Rapp as the ball broke free of the keeper Ben Johnson. And kind of a helter-skelter situation defensively there for the Hillers with two defenders around. Misplaying the ball back to the keeper Johnson almost resulted in a Laurel Highlands goal. Here's Max Mears again forward to Lucas. And Mears again losing the handle on the far side. Nick McCarroll trying to play it down, was deflected off the back of Dylan Seaman. Now comes free in open space. Hillers will play it back here to Peter Reinhardt. And Reinhardt will send it out on the near side for Laurel Highlands throwing. Taken here by Timmy Mahalko. Into Dylan Seaman. Nathan McMurdy trying to clear. Headed back by Garrett Kopich. Battle on the far side. Max Mears trying to track it down. Ball goes out of play. And it'll be a goal kick here for the Hillers. 6:55 left here in the first overtime. Again, Trinity can afford a draw. They have a 2.5 game lead over Laurel Highlands for the third and final playoff spot in the conference. Laurel Highlands, being 2.5 games back, need a win over the Hillers to keep their realistic playoff hopes alive. And Trinity, a breakdown the near side with Corey McMurdy. Looks to cross it out in front, goes all the way through on the backside where Garrett Kopich is there for Laurel Highlands, and he'll send it along for the Mustangs. Nick McCarroll playing it back again for the Hillers, headed back by Timmy Rice. Forward looking for Timmy Lucas, but pressured off the ball. Or it's sent over to Nick McCarroll again. Over to Jarrett Davis. So these teams trade possessions back and forth. And sent it off of Tyler Sturpeck and out. Garrett Kopich to take this throw in for the Mustangs. Into Zach Mitchell. High in the air, again looking for Timmy Lucas. Touched there by Dylan Seaman. Headed back out by the Hillers, but not out. Seaman knocks it down. Turnaround shot from Lucas. Rolls in to the keeper, Ben Johnson. Johnson, another boot out. Back to center off the body of Zach Mitchell. Chipped there by Austin Aber. Timmy Mahalko back on it on the Laurel Highlands side, almost midway through this first overtime. Dylan Seaman on a spin. Touched by Max Mears. Forward to Connor Rapp. Rapp off to his right. Fights for positioning with Tyler Sturpeck. And Sturpeck will leave it back to Noah Lazick, who will look to clear down the far side. Mustangs pick it back up. Reload into the box, but a one-hop back to Ben Johnson. Still scoreless here in the first overtime. Knocked down there by Max Mears. Up to Timmy Lucas. Played out by Noah Lazick. Garrett Kopich back into Lucas again. Lucas on the far side. And that'll be out of play for Laurel Highlands' corner kick. So a nice opportunity here for the Mustangs. Garrett Kopich on the corner. Into the mixer out in front. Headed there by Max Mears. Near post Eli Mitchell just missed. Max on the little push-along header. Set up Eli from point-blank range. Freshman couldn't finish near posts. We play on. Lazick sending it down. Headed back by Eli. Tried a little half bicycle there. Dylan Seaman picks it up off of Eli's chest. Eli trying to stay with it. Pushes it along down the near side. Connor Rapp resets. Eli moves up. But the ball played back here by the Hillers up to Jimmy Beecham. Jimmy Beecham on a run. He was pushed in the back that time by Dylan Seaman. No foul call. Ball goes out of play for Laurel Highlands throwing. Seaman, another freshman, will take it. Into Zach Mitchell, the senior. Pushed along, looking for Timmy Lucas, but a triangle of Hillers around. Couple of headers there from Nick McCarroll and Nathan McMurdy. Pushed back to Jarrett Davis on the Laurel Highlands back line. Jimmy Beecham pressures. Davis trying to head it along. Can't get it out. Kept alive by the Hillers. Rice the header there for Laurel Highlands. But again, the Hillers pressure on. Armstrong down the far side. Aaron Armstrong trying to come into the box. Or Austin Armstrong, excuse me. Trying to come into the box, but the Mustangs on the denial. Loose up top again. Dorian Bakiri in once again to Alex Mears. 2:44 left here in the first overtime. Mears back to center again, knocked down by Nick McCarroll. Off of Bakiri. Jimmy Beecham battling there with Jared Davis, and Davis will send it out on the far side. Austin Armstrong to trigger it back in. Headed there by McCarroll. Mustangs try to play it out. Slide along there for McMurdy. Played back into the box. Eli Mitchell sends it out. Dorian Bakiri again creeping in front of that 6-yard box in front of the keeper, Alex Mears. Again sent back in. Clear out there for Mahalko. Trinity doing a nice job in this game, getting back defensively. Laurel Highlands trying to set up a run here for Connor Rapp. Rapp on his horse down the far touchline. Rapp keeps it in. Looks to center. Pulls it back to Mears. Mears top of the 18. Shot on goal and a diving save from Ben Johnson with 90 seconds left here in the first overtime. Mears almost overran the play initially, had to come back. He was able to get that on a one-timer. Could have been a little bit cleaner. Laurel Highlands again dancing into the box. Timmy Lucas. Lucas triple team, still fighting on. Plays it back to Mears, top of the 18. This one goes high. All kinds of chances here for Laurel Highlands in the final 2 minutes of the first overtime. The Mustangs can't find a way to get it into the back of the net. The one time Mears did beat the keeper Ben Johnson earlier. He hit the side of the post. 45 seconds left. Zach Mitchell's going to be calling for a foul. That was obvious. Hillers send men ahead. Mitchell, a little bit of a challenge there. Will deflect it back, but he might have been a little bit too close on that challenge. He might get carded for that. He will. Yellow card caution issued to Zach Mitchell. That's big because Mitchell's going to have to take a seat for 5 minutes. Picks up the yellow with 20 seconds left here in the first overtime. Not a bad attempt, but pretty obvious he did not allow the Hillers off the free kick to get a challenge ahead. And this one sent way out of play. Laurel Highlands will look to get a quick break here, down to 10 seconds left here in the first overtime. Dylan Seaman from still in his own zone will chip it ahead. Timmy Lucas on it. And we'll go to another overtime session, still scoreless between Laurel Highlands and Trinity. Here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Diane Zinn is a lifelong resident of this area and has been a full-time real estate agent for 20 years. She is an associate broker at Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty and has been a multi-million-dollar producer agent. Considering a relocation to our area, Diane can be helpful in specific areas that might be of interest to you, guiding you in buying that perfect home for your family and providing mortgage avenues for financing your dream home. If you need a market value for your home, this service is also provided with the knowledge that only a full-time realtor can provide in our current sales market. Diane will take the necessary time to help you find that ultimate dream home and will also take the time to market your home to get the best possible market value for you. Look for a full-time realtor with integrity, professionalism, and the knowledge of the real estate market. Call Diane Zinn today at 724-437-7100.
Back here at Mustang Field for the second and what will be the final overtime session here today. 10 minutes back on the clock. Again, Laurel Highlands needing a win to keep their realistic playoff hopes alive. Still scoreless with Trinity. Laurel Highlands defending the goal to our left here in the second overtime. Again, there will not be a shootout to decide it. If we're still scoreless after this 10-minute session, the game goes into the books as a draw. Tyler Sturpek sends it in. Nick McCarroll battles with Dylan Seaman. Seaman wins the ball for Laurel Highlands. Chipped along. Connor Rapp is there. Connor Rapp dancing inside. Rapp still on it. Rapp shot attempt. Again, scooped up by Ben Johnson. And Johnson just continuing the stellar stretch for the Hillers, who are showing great form. 4 straight clean sheets for the Hillers. Now a Mustang down with 9:02 left here in the second overtime. Hopping back up to his feet is Eli Mitchell. And he'll limp and stay on the field. Will play on. Dylan Seaman back to Todd Brown. Brown trying to touch it ahead. Diving tackle attempt there from Hiller. That was Drew Von Scoio, who just checked into the game. And the Hillers now trying to reset here in the Laurel Highlands zone. Ball goes high on the near side. Armstrong there. Also helping out defensively for Laurel Highlands is Garrett Kopich. And the ball ruled out of play over that back line off of Trinity and out. So it will be a Laurel Highlands goal kick. Again, the Mustangs with Zach Mitchell on the bench after picking up a yellow card caution late in the first overtime. He'll be eligible to return about midway through the second overtime. There's Garrett Kopich. Fires it down over Timmy Lucas. Chip down to Dylan Seaman. And the Hillers coming back. Christian Poach touches ahead to Armstrong. Here's Armstrong into the box. Shot blocked there by Jared Davis and out. It'll be a corner kick here for Trinity with 7:15 left here in the second overtime. Armstrong puts it down. Watch for the Hillers to crash as Armstrong sends it into the box, headed just wide. Headed there by Peter Reinhardt. And the Mustangs again need to pick up the pace. Connor Rapp. Touched along to Russell Blejo trying to track it down. Blejo down the far touchline. Blejo, a nice run here for the Mustangs into the box. Lost the handles. Again, it rolls in to Ben Johnson. Back to center. Touch there by Todd Brown. It'll be off of Russell Blejo and out for a Trinity throw-in. And you credit the Hillers side and head coach Ryan Julian really entering this game with a conservative game plan. They knew they'd be all right with a draw here today. They played a strong defensive game. Another Mustang down. We play on. Might be a cramping situation out there with 6 minutes left. Now we'll get an injury timeout. Appears to be a cramp there for Garrett Kopich. Clock stopped 5:56 left here in the second overtime. Let's take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back here at Mustang Field, I stand corrected. It was Dylan Seaman cramping up out there for Laurel Highlands. He'll exit. And a free kick here for the Hillers from 37 yards out. Deflected out in front. Connor Rapp picking up the loose ball there for the Mustangs. And Rapp sends it high and out. Hillers take a quick throw in. Headed there by Kopich. Sent to Armstrong. Played back, looking there for Nathan McMurdy. Was deflected and cleared up here by Laurel Highlands. Timmy Lucas trying to fight around Tyler Sturpek. Lucas stays on it, sends it low. Deflected there by Noah Lazik. On the far side, able to clear it out, Austin Aber. And Aber limping back down the field on the Hillers side is sent down to Christian Poach, but cleared out again by the Mustangs. Reset here to Bakiri. Bakiri and Nick McCarroll play catch. Midway through the second overtime. Ball one hop back again to Alex Mears. And credit both goalies here today, Ben Johnson and Alex Mears, not yielding a goal through over 95 minutes of soccer. Tyler Sturpek. Back out by Jarrett Davis. Touched along there by Nathan McMurdy. Max Mears in open space. Dylan Seaman once back into the game. Hiller send it back in. Headed there by Blejo. Touched there by Todd Brown. 4:11 left. And the Hillers, they're okay with a draw here today. Mustangs need the win. Here's Armstrong, top of the box. Cleared out by Garrett Kopich. Good job there by Garrett. Sturpek dances back inside. Nate McMurdy keeps it alive. Top of the box, it's loose. Pinballing around. And finally sent high by Bakiri.
Re-entry for Laurel Highlands, number 36, Zach Mitchell.
Now Zach Mitchell back in, replaces Todd Brown. I did not see Dylan Seaman come back in, though. Long shot again, one hopping back to Alex Mears. Now Max Mears collides here with Austin Armstrong, and the foul goes on Armstrong. Trinity fans didn't like it. Laurel Highlands unable to take advantage. 3 minutes left here in the second overtime. Armstrong down the far side. Forward here to Christian Poach. Touch back to Bakiri. On the switch here to Nathan McMurdy. Into the box on the far side, trying to track it down is Corey McMurdy. And the ball goes over the back line and out. Last touch by Laurel Highlands will be a Trinity corner kick to be taken here by Dorian Bakiri. 2:30 left here in the second overtime. Bakiri to take it. Headed out by Laurel Highlands and cleared. Connor Rapp and Timmy Lucas trying to track it down, but the ball got out of play. Last touch by the Mustangs and out. And the 2:10 left here in the second overtime. Touch there by Lucas. We can't stress enough, this is Laurel Highlands' third game in the last 4 days. Only Trinity's second game this week. And we're going to give that to Laurel Highlands, then reversed here on the near side. And Tyler Sturpek will take it. 1:40 left. Into McCarroll. Back again to Aber. Off the body of Jarrett Davis. Played along to Garrett Kopich and outs. Off of Trinity and outs. 1:25 left. Kopich into Timmy Lucas. Again chipped back by the Hillers. Kopich is there in open space to Eli Mitchell. Eli sends it along. 1:12 left. Headed back by Nick McCarroll. 1:04 left. Hillers set up a run. Over to Armstrong here on the near side. Laurel Highlands running out of time. Armstrong has pocket picked there by Kopich. Down to Lucas. Lucas trying to track this ball down. It stays in play. Lucas keeps it alive. Lucas works back to his left. Lucas working hard out there for Laurel Highlands. It's played back by Tyler Sturpeck, kept alive by Zach Mitchell, sent back top of the 18 and headed out by Peter Reinhardt. Mustangs fired back into the box. Kopich trying to track it down, collision out in front, and once again the keeper, Ben Johnson, able to cover. Johnson back to center. Rice, a big collision there with Christian Poach. Poach is down. We play on. The ball rolls into Poach. No stoppage. 10 seconds left. And the Hillers will send it back to Alex Mears. Poach is still down. We'll finally get a stoppage with 4 seconds left. With Christian Poach down for the Hillers. There's not going to be much time for either side to make anything happen here in the second overtime session. Still scoreless, and for Trinity, they'll remain 2.5 games up on Laurel Highlands for the third and final playoff spot in the conference. Laurel Highlands still mathematically alive for the postseason, but their realistic playoff chances took a big hit here today. Laurel Highlands only 3 games remaining. They'll, of course, have to win out games at Waynesburg, home here against McGuffey, and at Uniontown. And with Poach still down, we'll step aside for a quick timeout here in the South Union Township Sports Network. Christian Poach for Trinity walks off the field under his own power. 4 seconds left. That'll do it. This game, after 100 minutes of soccer here tonight at Mustang Field, a scoreless draw between Trinity and Laurel Highlands. Again, Trinity remains 2.5 games up over Laurel Highlands for the third and final playoff spot in the conference. Got to wrap things up quick tonight. Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, J.R. Wheeler, Gary Smith, and their staff. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupay. This has been a scoreless draw tonight after 2 overtime sessions between Laurel Highlands and Trinity. And this has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation. So long, everybody.